Hi everyone, it's Dave. So last time where I was magnet fishing here and diving underneath that walkway, I got pretty lucky with a bunch of phones, some AirPods and 2 wallets, which I was by now able to return. And the day I returned it, I took a walk at the river again and I spotted either a laptop or a MacBook and some other stuff as well. So last time I also spotted the phone, which I was not able to magnet fish out. I lost it because the water was a little bit murky. I couldn't really relocate it. So today I'm gonna have an eye out for that phone and also gonna try magnet fish that MacBook out the river. So wish me luck and let's see if I can get it.
So next thing here, I spotted a Samsung. I think it's a S2 by its shape, but I decided to leave it there and just like quickly leave that spot and skip it to the next spot because I was pretty visible right there, and there was a lot of traffic and I didn't want to get too much attention being down there. So here I also spotted an AirPod. Actually, I found a full set of those, missing that one AirPod right next to this AirPod that I spotted. I magnet fished it the last time, and I decided to come back here and magnet fish it. Also here I found a second AirPod at a different spot, but it was also just underneath the walkway, so I decided to come back later on and try to magnet fish all that. Alright, wrap up video round 2 in my bathroom like years ago. So last week I found this, today I found this at the same spot. I hunted in an inner city, and due to high water level they opened the dam, and because of the strong current right now the boats are not allowed to circulate on the rivers, so that's where I come into play. Last week I actually saw that MacBook, and I today decided that I wanted to do some spots in the river and the inner city that usually I would not be able to because of the boats and stuff, because it's not legal. But now that there are no boats, I went in. So I got lucky with the MacBook. I tried magnet fishing it, but I had no chance. So I dove down. I had to jump in the river for that. And then also last week I spotted this phone. I didn't know that it was such a new phone. I just saw like the shape of it. The water was way less clear than this week, so I got that out. So those are the two things that I knew were there from last week when I found all that stuff. And then I've also found like this iPhone and a whole bunch of other ones that you see. Also came across some spots that there was stuff like laying down there for years. For example, this old iPhone 4. Look at this thing. It must have been down there for years. Super old. I also saw an old crusty iPhone 6, but current, because of the open dam, was way too strong at that spot. I had no chance to get it. Also had to have my Yeti bag, and I had it floating with me, so if I would have gone for the phone, the bag would have been like all the way downriver, so I left that behind. Also got this old iPhone 5S. I believe it's a 5S, I don't know, you told me. This cat phone looks probably like same age. I think it's a bit a newer one, but it also looks like it's been down there for a long time. Next to the cat phone, I also saw a Samsung phone, but also strong current, and it was an old one, so I'm gonna leave it for another day. Then I found this iPhone 10 and iPhone 8 with its original factory foil still on it. So I don't think that this was old. It has a cover. I just ripped off the cover to let it dry. Here's still the factory phone that comes with the Apple product. So probably somebody must have lost it to pretty new back in the day, but it was also covered with shells when I found it. So it must have been down there a long time. super old Samsung phone, and then some newer Samsung phone. I think Wim would love these. But as you can tell, there is definitely water in them, so I don't think that they will work. Maybe that one looks good. I'll let that one dry out and give it a shot. So stay tuned to the end of the video. Unfortunately, I think this one is too far gone, but I'll still give it a shot. Maybe there's a SIM card or a SD, micro SD with some pictures that I can track down the owner. And then of course the MacBook. I wasn't sure, I just saw it from above and turns out it's a MacBook. It's super broken. Then also JBL speaker. And yeah, there's two more phones that I mentioned, the Samsung and the old iPhone 6. Also, I saw 3 of those, but like the newer generation ones, those. But I left them behind because they were like in the tricky spot and I kind of didn't want it to get caught, and also like with the bag and the current and everything. I'll go back for them. I'll try magnet fishing. I know the spots where they at, but for now I just left them behind. So let's see if I can track one of the owners. Maybe this one will have a chance, and maybe this one will have a chance as well. I think the others are too far gone. As you can tell, they're pretty old, pretty crusty, everything kind of falling apart, but I think for those, I give it a try. All right, so I'm pretty positive about that Samsung. I let it dry out, so the port should be dry by now. Let's just plug it in and see if there's any life in that thing. Not yet. There's really no moist in the camera lenses, so I really thought this would work. It looked pretty new when I found it, but maybe somebody threw it in. I don't know. I think it's a spot where people lose phones, but maybe also somebody just dumped it there, but I don't think. I'm gonna try to charge this wireless, so maybe that will work. Maybe the port has still damage or water inside. All right, let's see. I really thought this would work because of its condition, but I don't know what the problem is. I'll leave it up like this and come back to it, see if anything happened. All right, so nothing happened, but I think I see what the problem is. Compare that to before, there is some moist in the camera lens now. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty gray. I think it might be water damage, so sorry for whoever lost it, but I tried that again like after a while, but for now I think it's not gonna work, so I tried. So I just removed the SIM and there is definitely water inside, unfortunately. Also the SIM card is wet. I don't know if you can see that. It's full of water. So I think that's the issue, why it's not charging. All right, so I've been charging that blue phone. It's been a couple of weeks since I found it. It has still some moist in the camera lens, as you can see, but it just fired up. So now let's see if there is an emergency number. Medical ID, no. Unfortunately not. So if anybody recognizes this, this is the background. You would have to tell me where you lost it. Apparently it's been lost April 13, as it looks like. You need to tell me where you lost it and what the SIM carrier is for me to return it to you. Otherwise, I don't know how to figure out who it belongs to because there is no ID. but yeah, I tried and it works, but there is some water damage, so I don't know how long it will last, but maybe it's good to recover some data on it if there's anything you need. So if you recognize it, let me know. So I was able to get in contact with the guy that lost that phone that I found on my first dive. So there is still water inside. Kind of took out the SIM to let it dry out. I've been able to text with him, and he's told me that he doesn't need the SIM or the phone anymore and I can keep it. So I will add that to the collection. Maybe once it's completely dry, maybe it will work. I don't know if it will work completely, but if so, I will give it away to somebody I know. So I hope it will work for me to be able to make somebody happy. Thank you for making me happy and letting me keep it. And yeah, this is how the story went about that, and I still have some work to do on those.
So if you like the story of me finding all that phones and trying to return them, make sure you subscribe, like, and follow for more. And also, I'll be back to that spot to retrieve the other stuff. So wish me luck on that, and see you at the next one.